Scott, you have some news that you'd like to share with us?
So unfortunately, this will be my last year as a professional rugby player. After 5 scans and 9 weeks in a neck brace, I've been medically advised to retire from any contact sport.
I'm sure there's many people you'd like to thank in your career, giving you advice and support over the years.
Yeah, look, massively. There's so many people I could name. I'm not going to start naming them now because I'll end up missing people. But if you look at where I come through in Wynaloedd and all the support they had in college, foremost my family and my girlfriend who have supported me all the way through, the good, bad, and all the ugly. And currently right now, we're dealing with it as a family. It's been tough, and me as a person probably haven't dealt with anything yet. But I'll do that in time. I'm still rehabbing and training. Just gym. I think that's helped me tick over a little bit and keep myself busy with businesses and family stuff at the moment. So yeah, there's a huge amount of people I could thank, and some of them are still involved in the Ospreys today. I've made a lot of good friends, and not just rugby friends, but there's relationships that I'll take with me for years to come, really.
The Ospreys have played a huge part in your life. What has it meant to you?
Well, as a young kid, you always want to represent the Ospreys. Well, I did. I used to have a season ticket year. Me and my old man used to come down while I was playing for Wynaloedd, and going through college, and I was pulled into the academy pretty late in comparison to my close friends. And I didn't know much when I was a kid coming through, and I was probably a bit naive to a lot of things and tunnel vision, as you call it. And what it means to me is, it's my dream come true to represent the Ospreys, and it's gut-wrenching to have it, and cruel really to have it cut short. But ultimately it was my dream as a kid, and to say I've represented the jersey not just the one time but 110 is, when I look back now, it actually kind of helps me deal with things. If I was 26 now and I never played for the Ospreys and you said you want one cap, I would have taken it, So, no, it was a dream come true, really, and it's something I'm always going to be proud of. It's made me a better player, but more importantly to me, a better person. And, hopefully when I have kids, I'll show that to them and, make them better people before anything else, really. So that's what's important to me.
What was it like making your debut for the Ospreys?
Well, I've got 2 opinions on this. So when I played against Clermont in a pre-season game, I almost didn't play because I pulled my hamstring, but I managed to have the last 15 minutes, and I came home with a big black eye. Some guy just thought he'd punch me in the ruck. I didn't even actually do anything, so that was my first encounter of senior rugby. And then when I played against Cardiff, it was amazing. Do you know what I mean? And my family were proud, and it was something that we worked hard for. But for me, it was just a stepping stone, really. And as soon as I had a sort of a nibble of that, I just wanted more and more and more, really. And that's kind of the way I've led my career. I always want that little bit more. That I want to be more successful. I want to keep learning, and hopefully I'll take that into life now after rugby.
What's been some of your career highlights for the Ospreys?
Well, there's as you can imagine, there's a lot to talk about, really. For me, if you look from a playing point of view, it's going to Paris and playing under the dome, that I like to call it. Or was it La Défense, is it? Playing there was absolutely surreal. Playing in Millennium Stadium or Principality Stadium was crazy. And even doing that for the Ospreys was just something that I never thought I'd have the opportunity after being there and watching as a spectator. You could look at the socials, the friends, going for coffees with the boys, having a few beers. Most of the time, too many than we should have. And yeah, there's, even playing here, playing at the Liberty is absolutely dream come true. And I absolutely love. I've never played here and not enjoyed it, even if the game hasn't gone that well for me. I've took learnings out of that then, and the fans here have always been supportive and of all the boys, and we've been through a lot of ups and downs in the last couple of years. But I think what's really exciting, especially about this place, is that the Ospreys are going in a way that they're going to be very successful again. We've shown that this year, and I think it's something that everyone, all spectators and fans alike, should be excited for, really.
If you had a message for Ospreys supporters, what would it be?
Just thank you. I've always had unbelievable support here from, you know, supporters within the club and supporters out of it, and you know, they make a rugby team, they make a sports team, and you know, you need that. You need the fans, you need people who are supporting you, and I've always been supported, I feel, as a person and as a player, but that was always important to me. So yeah, just a big thank you really for all the support, and hopefully they can carry that on with the boys.
What's next for Scott Otten?
Next for me, so I'm going to try and build my businesses as best I can. You know, it's quite an exciting place at the moment. It's fallen, you know, retiring from rugby has fallen way too early for me just to fall into it. So it's a lot of hard work to come, which, as people who know me will understand, I'll do that. Yeah, so coffee is growing nicely at the moment, which is kind of good timing, really. And that's going to be something that I'm excited about. And obviously we've got a coffee shop in Llanelli, Humble. That's going really well. I'm excited to open that in 2 weeks, and you know, so from a business point of view, it's just hard work and pushing for them, really. And we've got some really good plans, and you know, I just finished my level 2 coaching as well, so that's something that I'm really excited about, and potentially go on to my level 3 and see if there's any sort of places I could potentially go and coach. But that's, you know, there's a lot to think about. You know, like I'll chat to my family and Hannah, and we'll discuss things moving forward, really, and see what's best for us as a family. So yeah, it's busy. We'll be busy. So
on behalf of everyone at the Ospreys, I'd like to thank you for everything you've done.
Thank you very much.